Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live, Trump to ban institutional investors from buying single family homes. President Trump made an announcement about real estate. His administration is immediately taking steps. Trump is to ban institutional investors from buying additional single family homes. He's calling on Congress to write that ban into law. It's a move to make housing more affordable for families rather than corporations. Why is this the perfect political move? Let me reveal this hidden secret to you live right now. HSRL is a production of Safe New Media. Before you keep watching, let me tell you who this is not for. This show is not for you if you take yourself too seriously. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. It's the only podcast of its kind right now on this subject, going live on X, therefore the most popular live stream podcast, live right now on this subject, going live on X. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Today on HSRL, ladies and gentlemen, Trump wants to ban corporations from buying houses because he wants families to be able to buy houses. You know what's funny about that? Trump wants to ban corporations from buying houses because he wants families to be able to buy houses. Finally, a policy where both sides are confused about whether to love it or hate it. The left's like, wait, are we agreeing with him? And Wall Street guys are checking their calendars like, is this still capitalism? Did I miss a memo? I'm serious. Housing advocates are praising this as prioritizing families over financial speculation. Prioritizing families over financial speculation. You know what else prioritizes families over financial speculation? Not letting financial speculation happen in the first place. But we did. So now we're prioritizing families by letting the speculation keep what it already speculated. People live in homes, not corporations. Beautiful sentiment. Although technically, corporations are people, according to the Supreme Court. So now we got people who aren't allowed to live in homes for people. It's like corporate homelessness. Where do they sleep? In quarterly earnings reports? People live in homes, not corporations. That's the White House statement. People live in homes, not corporations. You know what? I didn't know that was in question. I've never seen a corporation eating breakfast. Never seen Blackstone brushing his teeth in the bathroom mirror going, boy, I love this master bedroom. You know, the more I hear about these corporations buying up all the houses, the more I think, hey, these guys might be greedy. It says here they own a relatively small share of the market. Yeah, a small share for a big corporation. They only own like 3 to 4% of single family homes nationally, low single digits. So we're banning them from buying more of something they barely own anyway. That's like me announcing I'm immediately taking steps to stop eating kale. That's right, folks. No more kale for me. I already don't eat kale. Institutional investors own like 3% of single family homes. 3%. That's like banning sharks from swimming pools. Sure, you don't want them there, but that's not why you can't afford the pool membership, Karen. And I love that it's large institutional investors. So there's going to be some guy at BlackRock with a ruler measuring corporations. Sorry, you're 5'11. You can still buy houses, but you, 6'2, get out of here. You're ruining the neighborhood. Trump says he's going after the big guys and not the mom and pops. Do you know who the mom and pops are now? It's a guy named Gary in a tracksuit who owns 400 duplexes through a series of LLCs named after his cats. Gary is a small investor. Blackstone is a corporation. It's like saying, I'm banning great white sharks from the beach, but these 500 piranhas, they're local business owners. Let them swim with the kids. If you ban the big guys from buying, the supply doesn't magically go up. The owners just get weirder. You won't be renting from a faceless entity in New York. You'll be renting from a guy who insists on being paid in unopened Pokemon cards and respect. I'd rather have a cold, heartless corporation ignore my broken water heater than have a mom and pop landlord show up at 11 p.m. to ask if I've seen his medication. Because here's the thing, and this is wild when you think about it. These corporations already own the houses. Trump isn't asking BlackRock to give them back. It's like if a guy robbed a bank and the police showed up and said, all right, you can keep that money, but promise us you won't rob any more banks. And the guy's like, deal. Yeah, they're not making them sell the houses they already bought. That would be crazy. No, you can keep your 47,000 single family homes. Just promise not to buy more. It's like catching a guy with a freezer full of bodies and going, okay, but no more bodies. These ones you can keep. We're not unreasonable. You know what this reminds me of? When you're a kid and your mom catches you eating cookies before dinner, so she moves the cookie jar to the top shelf. Problem solved. Except mom's still eating the cookies, and mom is Blackstone, and you're living in your car. You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombots. It's like when he tells me to stop eating cheeseburgers after I've already eaten 1,000 of them. Okay, no more cheeseburgers, he says. But the ones currently clogging your arteries, those can stay. Look, I like this move. I really do. It's got that classic I'm helping energy that usually involves a guy setting your curtains on fire to prove he's a great firefighter. Trump says he's going to Davos. Do you know where that is? It's the place where billionaires go to decide how much air you're allowed to breathe. Trump is going there to explain why billionaires shouldn't own your spare bedroom. That's like a fox going to a hen convention to announce he's becoming a vegan while wearing a feather boa. I'm here with the global elite to tell you we need to stop the global elite from buying your split level ranch in Ohio. You know what makes this funny? The timing. He's doing this right before midterms. It's the ultimate. The call is coming from inside the house move. He's a real estate mogul telling other real estate moguls to stop doing real estate. It's like a guy with a toothpick in his mouth telling you that wood is a sacred resource and shouldn't be chewed. It's the perfect political move, really. Everyone feels like something happened, but nothing actually happened. That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this, retweet on X, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. You're allowed to make fun of me only if you get my name right and your jokes are funny. That's a prerequisite. Have funny jokes. Okay? Make fun of me, but make it funny. You can go ahead and visit my X profile to learn more. You don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can follow me on X. It's not necessary to follow me on X, but now you can follow at Safe New Media. Follow at Safe New Media on X. Whatever you decide, team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, the processes, and workflows that we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. That's why I invite you to belong higher. You can now join our inner circle on Telegram. The official source for this show is safenewmedia.com/HSRL. I want to give loyal listeners of this podcast something free gift for you. If you want to start a podcast but feel imposter syndrome, you can now get your copy of the Anti-Imposter Podcast Starter Kit. Get your copy of the Anti-Imposter Podcast Starter Kit at safenew.media. That's safenew.media. What I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer, solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment decision.
Are you an accredited investor? If that's you, listen up. If that's not you, don't worry about it. Today, owning a home costs $52K more per year than renting. Families are stuck as forever renters. We're seizing this shift, buying 100 plus unit assets in growth markets. Few get in. Why? We don't need more money. We're looking for investors aligned with our values. We're improving quality of life at scale for hardworking families. Secure your place on our wait list. Go to Inveresta.com. Inveresta.com. You can now subscribe to our newsletter. That secures your place. You can now receive your free guide. It's called Location Science 2026, 5 filters to find growth markets for multifamily real estate. This is for multifamily real estate, not single family homes. Don't ignore the data before you invest. When you subscribe, you secure your place on our waitlist for the next opportunity. Most real estate people tell you to invest in your backyard, which is great if your backyard is in a good location with increasing job growth and increasing population growth. But if it's not, you have a problem. Avoid losing money in the wrong location. Hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. Retail investors can send me a DM there to let me know what kind of investment opportunities you are looking for. Accredited investors can get in touch with me today. Call my office. Go to Inveresta.com. Accredited investors only. This is not an offer or solicitation to the general public. Last thing before I let you go, I want to invite you to subscribe to Methods of Prosperity newsletter. Methods of Prosperity newsletter. You owe it to yourself to be rich. Society, our parents, teachers, and peers have conditioned us. They want us to be like them. They need us to comply. They need us to be conventional like they are. As Herb Kelleher, co-founder and CEO of Southwest Airlines, remarked, all the people that were telling me those things were expressing conventional wisdom. And if it's conventional, it ain't wisdom. And if it's wisdom, it ain't conventional. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and I'm obsessed with prosperity. This is the natural state of the human spirit. It turns out there's no limit. There's also many variables. Some keep their day jobs while others go all in. Some are entrepreneurs while others are value investors, but all of them have a certain mindset. Understanding what makes them tick grants us insight into our own journey. Methods of Prosperity newsletter is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues. It's the most popular newsletter to brainwash yourself rich. Go to safenewmedia.com/newsletter. To become a billionaire, one must first be conditioned to think like a billionaire. You can now subscribe for free at safenewmedia.com/newsletter. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream at this hour. On the subject, broadcasting live on X, formerly known as Twitter, Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified, global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and this is definitely not a cult. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.